fingers. This occasion, it was a knuckle delivery. This time does the job. Nice seam position, going away from the batter. Was trying to go extra cover. Tanzil, who batted so well in the previous game, gets a clear thick outside edge. And Asita Fernando.
Well, got some runs, but not quite finding the middle. But not quite finding the middle. It's finding the middle of the bat that gets you going. Plenty of slower deliveries. He's got tremendous control, Asita Fernando, and that's what impresses. He is now lengths, lines, the Yorkers, the slower deliveries. Got so much control, and he bowls with a plan. Been so impressive, Asita Fernando. The number of slow balls he's used so far. Again, giving him no pace at all. Just get the feeling. One's waiting to try and...
None of those players played was in 2005, September the 4th, at the very own stadium where we are playing now, at the R. Premadasa. So it goes to show 20 years of dominance. But the four of the greats of the Bangladesh side have played. That Mahesh Theekshana, that shot finally, he should have done better. Dushman Chamiro was there in the first over, saved a couple of runs. Theekshana, who fielded well in the last game, he misses out.
You just have to react, and the ball's coming.
That was the last time none of those big five Bangladesh players never played. And after that, it was the first ODI, which happened a couple of days before. Played the game for Bangladesh. He's not playing, and the likes of Shanto, Mendias and Miraj, Litton Das, who's not playing this game, have to make sure that they Murtaza, no Shakib.
Five ball, 27 for. No worries with the playing conditions. The bowling team will select which ball they want to continue with. Mind you, two balls at either end. They can select. That can add a certain difference to how the death overs or the end overs pan out. We did see Sri Lanka get pinned 5 runs for not starting the over quick enough. You have 60 seconds to start the next over. You get 2 warnings and then it's 5 penalty runs. Lanka penalized. Nice shot. Can't get it through.
Yeah, game plan for Sri Lanka at the moment probably is to get through the power play with Mahesh Theekshana, and probably Asita Fernando bowl one more over, get Dushman Chamiro from the other end. Well fielded by, I think it was Nishan Madhuska at mid-off. I feel somehow if they can squeeze in one more wicket from here onwards, they could add much more pressure for a middle order who's been struggling. Went through collapse last game, which they like to forget as soon as possible. Boundary options for Imon. For Mahesh Theekshana, who's bowling wicket to wicket, he's over mid-wicket. It looks like he's going to change his angle now, coming round the wicket. So this probably will open up the offside. Theekshana got to be careful not to give any width.
Lot more watchful is Imon today. Haven't seen the ball spin for Theekshana, but with the new ball it's more about the slider. A float away, looks for swing as well as he flicks it out of the fingers. Ramping him up once again. This is good from Theekshana. The dot balls, they build pressure.
Yeah, the game plan is quite simple for Theekshana. He's not looking for wickets. He's trying to build up the dot deliveries. They just have to finish off now. Starts well, You got to end well. That's the secret to bowl in the power play, and he certainly does. Just 3 singles from that Dikshan over. It's 31.
Injuries have curtailed his progress, his confidence. There was a period where he played back-to-back games and was incredible.
Yeah, what a lovely story. Was originally Dushman Chamira was not part of the squad. Was brought into the squad as a cover for Milan Ratnayaka, who had a fitness test which he got through. But the management wanted to keep Dushman Chamira as well in the squad with his experience. And probably would have least expected in this game for Dushman to play, especially with the Shan Malinga. Yes, he got some hammer in the last game, but certainly we all thought that he'll get one more game. But probably in the training he would have impressed the series.
Very lanky, always maintain this build. Whippy action.
He certainly worked in some leagues as well, who did recently well. And he is now turning up for Sri Lanka after 1 year and 4 months.
What an asset he will be if you can have him on the park continuously. Because even for his game, when you have continuous games is when you build. Not each game you're feeling your way in. It's in 2021, that period that he played the most number of games with the average number of wickets. That's because got games behind him and he keeps rolling. But when you're in and out, feeling your way all the time.
With this inclusion in this side, only tells me a story that he's only 33, and the selectors and the management radar, he'll be there for the 2027 World Cup. So the next 2 years, if Dushman Chamira keeps fit, and also another fast bowler in Lairu Kumara keeps fit, those are the 2 fast bowlers management would like to have with the pace what they can bowl. A stop-start career for Chamira ever since he's made his debut in 2015 in the 50-over World Cup. A lot of injuries, but still fighting through.
Was never really a fan of red ball cricket though. Yep, not getting it right. Imran on the other hand looking to break free, just missing balls on his pad and just outside. Come back to haunt him, but I like this idea from Sri Lanka cricket, making use of whatever space available. Get the solar panels in with how climate change and global warming is becoming an issue. These are ways to protect the environment, protect the birds as well. Apesh, well timed, but once again, Janit Lenage gets in the way. He's been brilliant in the field, Janit.
Yeah, good cricket all round. 137.3, the delivery played on the up with a nice high elbow with a straight bat. Slightly cross seamer. Checking his shot, Imran. Janit Lenage cannot keep him out of the game, who took a fantastic catch.
Seem to be getting their head across somewhat. That's why they're not freely able to access the ball. Oh dear, that's taken off. It tested Kusal Mendis more than Imran. But that was quick.
Wow, that was quick. Zip. The challenge is good, but I just thought a little too short for my liking. But carried a long way. It's comeback game.
That replay showed that he's getting on to that front foot, committing. That head going across doesn't allow him to play down the ground. Got to go over the pad. Is hampering his progress. 36 for 1 after 7.
Pushed once quickly through the batters. Make them always a little edgy. Now down the leg side is not going to be good enough. Good afternoon, Amir.
Scoring at a good rate. Have to keep on maintaining that for few overs. A good partnership forged here between these two.
Take into account that the opening pair has been disappointing again. That has been something that's
Well, one thing the openers have to realize, at times they need to spend time at the crease. They cannot be extravagant from the word go. It happens once in a blue moon. Maybe the management have need.
হ্যালো আসসালামু আলাইকুম
content to
বাংলাদেশি
just,
ও প্রবাসী ভাইরা
aim.
If they start to approach the game, the problem will be sorted. The opening pair. They have to learn to complement each other, understand the technique and the ability of each other. And that's how. That's in the air. And it will do the distance. That's a positive hit to end the over. It's 44 for 1.
Versus anymore. It was just full of pitch right in his arc, and that lovely slog sweep went full hog. But the results, just a dive, parrying it away. Did well. It was a tough ask. Had to cover, but
Never held back. Went with the stroke, and was a very good result.
oh, beauty. Jaffa squared him up completely. 137 Ks. Little nip off the seam past the bat.
That's what you want as a fast bowler. Deviation of the surface. Enough to make the batsman unsure. Expose the stumps on that occasion in one.
I'm not quite sure of the length of that ball. Spilling up quite a head of steam here. Once again, another good delivery. Similar kind of over boundary. May have given him a little bit of confidence to go after the bowlers.
Also, you're talking about?
There he goes again. I just had a feeling that he was going to go that swivel round. Wow. That struck brilliantly, and that's taken him that score up to 51, and he gets a maximum. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, that's what batters need to realize. Now, once a bowler is over trying, making a comeback, trying to impress, it's bound to offer you a boundary ball. Here was a long hop, and that's what you need to do as a batsman. Be ready for them.
Madasa doesn't want to get carried away, and intelligent. Again, deviating down the leg side, paying the price. Oh, the batter is going to take it. Gets a boundary to finish an 11-run over. 55 for 1. This partnership, the big overs are coming. There'll be a bowling change now. Batters.
Charit Asalang
is not afraid to ball in the power plays, and that's what happened in the previous over. You know, he's been stubborn with his approach, Chamira. He has struggled to bring the ball back into the left-hander, so why trying it? Just stick with taking the ball away from the batter.
Oh, now he's shuffling across, reaching that and sweeping it very, very confidently. But desired. Scored only 13 in the first over. Nemon would like to really show the world that he belongs, and he goes for that. It's through for another boundary. I think is inducing those shots, the length of the bowler.
Yeah, with this at the off stump, he moved towards the off stump to be able to execute that stroke. This is good batting, showing awareness of what the bowler is.
Inside part of the bat, trickles through the 30-yard circle.
Now that was early setback, but things started to happen for Bangladesh. Now they've been very good in the power plays. They managed to score more than 6 and over in both the ODIs. Now farming the gap more quite effectively. Catching the ball in the right areas when he was looking to bring the ball back into the left-handers. This move has a potential. Third man.
You know, think.
Looks more in control, but
Keep on doing what you do best. Keep on pegging away. Keep on hoping that the batter will get an edge to bowls like that. But there's going to be 4 byes.
not the first time this has happened. The second time in this game. The bounce got too big on the batter and also on the wicketkeeper. That was very short, very short. Visal Mendes one unable to get the gloves on the ball. Yeah, you make an interesting point that as a bowler you need to be patient, and you know, when you talk about cliched thing, I'm reliant on batsmen's misplay, then you'll be more disciplined. Not many times as a bowler you think, and that thinking prevails. So patience is the key.
Him also, and here's nicely done into the deep for a single. They might have lost the first.
Scoring at a good rate, bringing headache for the opposition captain. What?
And that's what he's trying to do. You can see the deliberate effort to loop the ball, make it dip right in front of the batter. He's got a deep square leg in position, trying to entice him for that sweep. But that length is not going to really encourage him for the sweep. And it's more Imam than Shanto who favors the sweep now. Though we saw Shanto in the test matches playing sweeps wonderfully well right through his innings. Now he's just going to hold out. Just a long hop. The mistake that they were waiting for, enticed to go big, and he's caught in the deep.
What an extra fielder on the boundary line can do.
.3.9 is average. He can be very explosive, but he has had a bad run in the recent times with the bat, so can afford to be selective.
the amount of talent and ability he possesses. By now, he should start winning games for Bangladesh. Tauhid Ridoy. Yeah, it wasn't that short. Yes, if he was looking to whip the ball towards mid-wicket all along the ground, that was the right idea. But taking aerial route wasn't the right thinking, had to pay for it.
Yes, indeed. We're talking about the bowlers enticing the batters. On that occasion, that shortness of the length, the long hop really made Bangladesh and Sri Lanka try to go over, as you said, and really timing it to a nicety. Paid the price. Good work from Sri Lanka. Very good over completed. 74 for 2.
His selection for this game was influenced by the success of
There's going to be a period of play when they'll have to rein in the smooth attacking strokes they were playing earlier prior to the loss of